mind where we go,
Et
as
c'est
long
ton
as I
partie
have
pour
my
une vidéo.
friends with me.
Hop. Donc on a fini la quête annexe qui bloquait encore la quête principale. Donc là on redescend Métropide et on va aller voir si tout le monde va bien.
Conquering demons.
Je vais changer un peu la gueule des persos comme ça.
You guys are back.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down?
Ah, here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling...
All right, there's no need to get...
Hey, it wasn't just...
Something. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling it. Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine, wherever they are.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when...
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you still doing all right? Did either... We're fine, but what about you guys? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Of course, we must also thank you for the help. How did Nervalette know that he was neat? Well, Miss sure Nervalette has strong resonance with the hydro element. I ran into the... If you're not too pressed, just let me know if you get a... I'd like to take the opportunity to...
Bon, on va voir déjà le duc et on ira voir le dernier après là-haut. Ah, Sun Tzu.
Courier,
Yeah, I was working on something.
that's no excuse for...
Courier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh, yeah? Then why are you all...
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Tout le monde le sait. Vous êtes les seuls qui essayent de pas vous en convaincre, quoi.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from it, eh?
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work.
Whoa, how did she...
She told me that it was nothing.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went...
You meant father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were...
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she can...
Father is very capable, and
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here?
Looks like it, yeah?
Excellent.
For real? Then Paimon wants a—
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you— Well, next time, you're going to have tea.
Donc on retourne au bureau. Mais tellement badass fait le Wrio.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface?
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing.
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the... He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super—
Miss Clorand has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Were the gifts milkshake?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorand received lip...
Those aren't even remotely—
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out... Oh, and I have some gifts here for...
Are these from—
Nope, they're from... You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue...
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
You may access the cafeteria. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your...
Pourquoi ils sont contents de retourner en tôle? Je crois que j'y comprendrai jamais.
Useless. Boring.
We're back in our cell again. Or no— Sure feels that way. Huh? How did you know? Hey, that's not true! All right. It's like we've now gone to so many there are so many bad things in the world. You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here? Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. We should be safe now, right? All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Tartaglia. Non, ouais, je comprends mieux ce que l'autre nous racontait du Narval, quoi. Aïe.
sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day!
Here.
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and...
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry. Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine.
Let's go ask the Duke. Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur...
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates.
Huh, you've got a point. By the way...
I believe today is...
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes.
Yep. It's you two. That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we... Oh, yeah, Paimon... Then be sure to come back and visit.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure.
Well, you actually agreed.
Ah, so you do have a...
After being down here for so long, I imagine... Yeah, don't worry.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay... Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirabine is... We should probably... You're going to see Monsieur Nervulette?
I'm sure just your...
I believe it would be the...
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string...
Oh non, mais tu te fous de ma gueule. J'en ai ras le cul de ces quêtes annexes, sérieusement. Oh, mais j'en ai ras le cul de ces quêtes annexes. T'es qui, toi, maintenant? Bon, alors, est-ce que j'ai pu rattaquer ma quête? Je vais tuer quelqu'un, hein. Entre midi, 8h et midi. Merde, non, entre 8h et midi, pas midi pile. Encore truc, un capuchon de touche.
Useless.
Toujours pas. Sérieusement, ils me font chier pour ma quête Archon. Juste pour me taper une putain de quête de bureaucrate.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two.
Excuse me. Would you mind
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yours.
Everyone's so busy.
Un coup d'Archelino encore.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right.
Very well.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish.
All right.
Are you done with your...
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the fortress of Meripede. And it appeared...
That's right, and we came here to see you right away! Do you have any idea what that might...
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that child is presently immersed in
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have got... Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from an...
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, the source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson...
The water levels rose? Oh no!
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check...
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal... I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once...
There's no time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Hey, allons au village Poisson. Elle a une façon de le dire, Nevillette.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make... We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone up...
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
All right. I'm not young anymore.
He looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened? It hurt!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly...
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety.
He's wounded?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. he should know.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right. I'm sorry.
The situation...
Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded on an aquabus. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water, leaking from Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some the Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. For the water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best.
How awful. And
it was quite frightening indeed. I only...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
Non pas que Milice et Silver sont morts.
Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes.
Okay, the wounded are being... Of course, Traveler. Paimon.
Huh? Right now?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation...
Right. That's how things are now.
Navia? Navia, what's...
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver.
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but they were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't, and...
What?
I've known them for so long. And I know they were... I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine.
I can understand. Besides...
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic.
How could Master ever be upset? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not?
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Cap.
Hey!
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be...
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly...
Personally?
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. By the way, you can have a look at this.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Jolienne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person, Malus and Silver, were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you.
Je suis sûr qu'il y a un rapport là-dedans.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Nav?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Thanks to the knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work. So
mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what—
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite—
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the— Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing—
Without your help, there would have been many more—
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish—
Don't say that. You and your— As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other— I've never liked—
You're right. I'm sorry for your— Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster.
So, you're one who will—
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of. By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... huh?
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we— You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received during some recent investigations. A child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to my people initially came to prepare
So that's why the Fatui were—
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to— Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though I'm sure you already understand how earnest they—
Oh!
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high
Got it! So all we got—
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins?
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't— there's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had, and besides, I'm also doing this for myself.
Since you put it that way, I have no objection. All right, the ruins are to the—
Okay, the three of— So, are they—
They seem to be pretty—
Let's go in and—
Just be careful.
Go. Il me semble à cause du genre... Les voitures ont fait péter justement ce truc, toi.
Worthless.
What? The floor here isn't safe. This place has also been contaminated by primordial.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any help. Don't get by my wrong. We're not.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. That complicates things.
In that case, do you want to wait for a...
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water... I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit.
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Wait! There's something wrong with this bridge!
Non.
Demoiselle.
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark?
Maybe she just wants some time to...
Yes,
That's quite possible. How...
Oh, right. This is a familiar feeling.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no, I was just trying to recall why we came out for a...
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and
we were headed to see how...
Ah, right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you...
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantee. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to...
Oh, yes, Miss Navia. These are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative
Est-ce que
plants.
c'est le souvenir de mort de Navia?
Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name...
That's right.
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed... I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to.
Huh?
Well, now, did...
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now.
Oh?
Look, it's Navia!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... Karina, Desiree, Joyville,
Toute la liste de ceux qui sont morts.
Jolien, Essen. And as for the judge...
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right, but...
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Enough with the whispering! Could someone...
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rasula...
Wait a moment.
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you...
Huh? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed...
Oh, well, if that's what you...
How I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly...
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed...
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely... Please do not mistake her actions as being...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This, even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beauty... Everything is... Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals?
Do you mean to defy our...
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall... And that...
My head...
Demoiselle!
Silver, it hurts. I remember now. Everything that seemed... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority. Don't let them escape! We shall keep
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent in-
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navi.
Silence!
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper... The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place.
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that...
Malus... Silver...
Quickly, you must...
Goodbye.
Neuvillette qui sauve Navia.
No, wait! Just
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings...
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling. You were just about to be dissolved within. I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention,
Wait! Did you say Oceanids?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you...
I always told...
Please come with me.
Comment il sait que j'étais là, lui?
Neverland, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look so... Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type...
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? What?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewin. I hope all is well with her these days.
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there.
I see. Well, that is good.
Oh, and the...
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately.
He's still... So, Neverland... this isn't...
Yes, in fact. Amid my...
Yeah.
Mais je vais faire la suite dans la prochaine vidéo.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm
Surtout
feeling much
partagez,
better now.
likez et ouvrez.
I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur